Hello, this is Never Dot, and for today's Let's Draw, we're going to be doing an Inktober Day 5 drawing. It's going to be a mushroom riding a frog, because frogs often sit on mushrooms, so we're going to do the other way around and see how that goes. And this is Inktober, so Inktober is a 30-day challenge where you draw in ink, black and white, make it good, try to do it every day for the entire month. And we are going to be doing it in digital ink, so not real ink, and we're going to color it all over the place. And so we're breaking all the Inktober rules, basically. Very sad about that, unfortunately. But yeah, let's get started with today's Inktober. So we're starting with the basic shape of the frog, rounding it out, and doing a very quick sketch, which is really bad looking. I mean, it's pretty trashy, and yeah, I wouldn't give that as a gift to anyone. But hey, look at the fat frog. He's all happy. You know he likes jumping around the mucky woods and swimming in swamps and just getting all dirty all the time. We're just adjusting his mouth and making it look a little bit less crazy. There were some teeth in there for a second and it gave me the creep, so I had to erase it rather quickly. Eventually, see, now we're putting a belt on him because we've decided that he's a domesticated frog and the mushroom people will ride him as a car. So he needs a saddle, which we're sort of mocking in, and then reins, and then there's a passengers for the frog car. Right here, we just can't decide which way that little guy should be facing, and I think I'm still not. Am I happy with him? Yeah, I'm fixing it. And moving along, we're just correcting it. We draw in blue so that we can tell the difference between blue and black when we do the final inking. And I'm saying we, but it's me, so I should probably switch to I. Now I'm switching back to the proper drawing. Going to do the final black lining. Here we go. I say inking, it's not obviously ink at all. Black pixels. They're more expensive than the blue pixels also because, black pixels, you can only mine those in the rainforest and there's a limited supply. So you do want to be careful using black because it's a bit, just to replace it, it's a bit more effort. I've misaligned my tubby line on that frog, so I had to kill it and fix it. And while I'm drawing, you can notice that I draw like a 5-year-old and I don't care if I go over the lines because I can just delete them later. I do that more because I want the thickness of the line to be continuous and even throughout. I don't want it tapering off near the edge where it is almost about to hit another line, because then you guys can tell that I'm, drawing up to another line. It doesn't look very realistic. So I tend to have about 7 different layers while I'm just making sure my lines aren't on the same layer so I can easily delete them like that. Awesome. We're putting on a very regal looking saddle right now with a belt, and I'm trying to fix the belt so it looks more realistic. And here I'm going to be drawing a very, very nice little bit. That's just to pinch in the belt against the flesh to make it look like he's tight and it's snug on him. One thing I often do that I really shouldn't is I try to draw from memory. So drawing a belt buckle from memory is just a disaster because I don't know what belt buckles look like. And during this drawing, I had to discreetly peek at my own belt to see what it looked like because I could not remember what a belt buckle should properly look like. That is what it's supposed to look like. And yeah, I did not know or remember. Next, we're just going to try to get the mushrooms' heads all sorted out and smooth. Usually I can't get them right the first time, but this time it's going kind of okay, except for that part. And we're just going to stick his eyes on. We don't really like where he was looking before. Yeah, I had to fix that. Apparently a second time. And we've got all 3 of the crew members. Get that interesting dynamic looking reins in there. We don't know where the reins are attached. I don't really see how those reins would functionally work, and we hated where his face was, so we just shoved it down to make it look more cute. He's looking more forward anyways. He's the driver. We've switched from one program to another here just to do a bit of the... Oh wait, we haven't. I'm jumping ahead of myself. This is still just basic coloring. So yeah, we're coloring in here. This is Painter, Corel Painter, originally from Fractal Design, which was a much cooler name, to be honest. I love that company name. They have ceased to exist for quite some time. And I'm just putting the basic colors in here, and it's very easy, very basic level coloring. Fills, touching up little white pixels that get lost. This is adding the souls to the characters, because without the little sparkly whiteness on their eyes, they don't look like they have souls. The gray layer is to give the light and darkness to the characters, so I can just paint on the darkness without changing the color. So I'm just painting with the same color everywhere, and it's making it darker or lighter. I'm not going to light it anywhere actually, because when I do that it makes everything look like a gold brick, which I don't like. Not everybody needs to be a brick. So I'm also being sloppy because I can fix it up anyways, and it's all a computer. It's not Inktober, it's Pixtober. And we keep undoing like lightning. Replaying it this fast makes me look really competent. I'm really not. So yeah, about 7 undos there. Next we put the nice round tummy shading in, and we're done. Yeah, it looks, oh wait, no. Okay, we think maybe on the left. Is that his left? That's his right. Right would look good. Oh, except that doesn't look right either. So we just fix it. Oh, but that gives him a weird double chin cheek thing. So we try to fix it again. And now he looks like he has a beard. So let's just fix that. And I don't know. Is that? No, he really should have shading up to his mouth, because his mouth is overhanging a bit. But you're not getting that if I leave it like that. So we better add the shading back in, because I can't figure out what the shade source should be, and I don't have a real frog in front of me, so this is all guesswork, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I think it doesn't quite work here, but this is what I did. So he kind of looks like a Dracula frog. I'll have to leave it like that. Now we're going to jump to another program to do the background, because there's really cool brushes in this other background bit. And I'm jumping ahead again, just quickly doing in the basic black shadow, which I will lighten up. There we go. Yeah. So anyways, now we've jumped into the other program called Krita. Krita is a free software for painting. You can try it out. And it's got some really nice brushes, like you can see here. I wanted a contrasting color so you could see the frog against the background. Purple contrasts with green quite well, and the other colors, because I don't have any purple mushrooms, so that is quite appropriate. And we're just dusting in some blue and brown for the ground, just to give a bit of variety to this misty distance thing, and mucking up the ground a bit with the different browns and different reddy browns, and a bit of blue in the purpleness, so we don't have this sort of perfect even color. We want a bit of disturbance. And jumping back to Painter again to add in some pine trees just hiding off in the distance. The pine trees are a kind of a nice effect I discovered recently when I did my comic this week. It looks quite nice. It's this one of the impressionist brushes, and it gives a nice effect with not a lot of effort, so I like that. And it's better than I can usually pull off. So this is the final art. Looks great. The Shroom Tour Frog. I hope those mushrooms appreciate all the effort we did. And yeah, that's a great Inktober Day 5. Let's see what we do in the future. Thank you for visiting me for today's Let's Draw. Inktober Day 5, I think it turned out really decently. I like the little pine trees in the background. The 3 mushrooms look like they're having a good time. They probably will all get bounced off the very first time that frog hops. But whatever, it's not our problem. We're not paying the insurance for them. And yeah, thank you for joining us. Please do check out the website, neverdot.com. There's only one actual dot. The other dot you have to spell out, so sorry about that. So now that you've seen how I draw, why don't you draw? Or cut and paste something, or fold something, do a little origami. Draw something, fold it into origami, fly it out your window, put sparkles on it, whatever it takes. Sculpt something, make something cool, and see you next time.